Welcome to senior night at Flayhive Field and tonight's game between the Dedham Marauders and your Westwood Wolverines. At this point, we'd like to acknowledge the seniors. First up, senior goalkeeper number 99, Ansh Sataraju. Senior captain number 7, Trevor Ferreira. Senior captain number 9, Avik Sataraju. Senior captain number 10, Alexi Mikalakos. Senior number 2, Owen McGuire. Senior number 3, Harry Hayes. Senior number 4, Sam Main. Senior number 5, Ethan Butner. Senior number 8, Owen Rezick. Senior number 14, Leo Chilangua. Senior number 17, Jack Taddeocean. Senior number 20, Dylan Kaplan. Senior number 21, Michael Aljamal. Senior number 24, Jacob Daly. And senior number 25, Sam Cochran. And thank you to all the Westwood Wolverine seniors. Good luck.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome to Play High Field in tonight's game between the Dedham Marauders and your Westwood Wolverines. Now for tonight's starting lineups. Starting with Dedham. Senior, number 3, Julian Allison Cordoso. Number 17, junior, Jeremy Chang. Number 6, junior, Aiden Luby. Number 1, senior, Connor McDonald. Number 5, senior, Vincent Messina. Number 11, freshman, Thomas Miller. Number 15, junior, Billy Palau. Number 4, junior, Colin Rochford. Number 8, senior, Noah Smatty. Number 9, junior, Schneider Tutterlin. Number 10, senior, Joe Vaughn.
And now for your Westwood Wolverines. Senior goalkeeper, number 99, Ansh Sataraju. Senior, number 21, Michael Aljamal. Senior, number 20, Dylan Kaplan. Senior, number 17, Jack Tadioshin. Senior, number 5, Ethan Butner. Senior, number 4, Sam Mang. Senior, number 3, Harry Hayes. Senior, number 2, Owen McGuire. Senior captain, number 10, Alexei Mikalakos. Senior captain, number 9, Avik Sataraju. Senior captain, number 7, Trevor Ferreira. If you're able, we ask that you please rise for tonight's live rendition of the national anthem performed by El Johnny.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets'
Thank you, L. Janet. Thank you to today's ball boys, Charlie Cochran, Owen Tessier, and Russell Cornell. And thank you to Wegmans for donating tonight's flowers for our senior night.
Good evening, Westwood, and welcome to Flay High Field for tonight's senior night for the boys soccer team as they take on the visiting Dedham Marauders. Evan Cardomino here on camera as usual and on microphone tonight. Morgan Donahue on microphone, and we are delighted to bring Westwood Media Center action directly to you folks on a beautiful night for soccer. We got the lights on here at Flay High. We got Rory Alex in the booth, folks, and if that doesn't set the vibes, you know, for the tone for the vibes, then I don't know what else will. And it was a beautiful ceremony before the game, honoring the seniors, their contributions. You know, it's more than just teammates. These guys are family, and you can see the family outside of that. We're seeing parents of alum here cheering on the seniors class. We're seeing alums of the soccer program here cheering on the senior class, and that is just a testament of how special the culture is for Westwood boys soccer, and also the momentum of what this team has been doing this season and where they're heading. And it's a team that is certainly primed for a very deep playoff run. You know, they had a game the other night in Hopkinton. I was watching it. They played beautifully, and they came up short. It was a controversial goal cancellation late in the game where it was a tying goal. But a lot of takeaways I think that they're going to take from that, Evan, that are making them a team that is primed for those one-goal games, which you need to win when it comes to playoff soccer.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good loss, if you want to put it that way. Hopkinton's a really talented team, one of the higher-up teams in the MIAA Division I field. But, you know, big match tonight against number 22 Dedham in the Division III playoffs. Westwood at 17 right now before tonight's game. So, you know, rankings will come out tomorrow morning, Friday morning at 11 a.m. Typically that's when they do, and they're knocking on a home playoff game. So a lot to play for tonight for the Wolverines. You know, you're trying to get a home playoff game.
Herrera kicks it downfield, and that is heading towards the corner, goes out of bounds, will be a throw in about 1 foot in. They allowed Dedham to take a couple extra steps on that throw, but it went out of bounds, basically just missed the corner. And we are underway here at Flay High Field. Wolverines going right to left across the screen. They've got the cancer awareness jerseys on that are beautifully designed. They have the green, but also the pink stripes on there. And they play some pretty darn good soccer when they're wearing those jerseys. And already off with a little pep in their step. The starting lineup for your Westwood Wolverines. We have number 2, Owen McGuire, number 3, Harry Hayes, number 4, Sam Ming, number 5, Ethan Butner, number 7, Trevor Ferreira, number 9, Avik Sadaraju, number 10, Lexi Mikalakos, number 17, Jack Tadiojan, number 20, Dylan Kaplan, number 21, Michael Ajamal, and number 99, Ansh Sadaraju. And the common theme of that starting lineup, Evan, is
all seniors.
There we go.
All class of 2026 seniors here for the Wolverines. Love to see it. You love to see getting the guys in the rotation. This is a large senior class too. I think 16 in total for the team. So I'm sure we'll see a couple other seniors throughout the rotation throughout tonight. But you know, you love to see that out of the Wolverines come out with an all-senior lineup. We saw that last night in volleyball as well. They had their senior night. They only 5 seniors, so they didn't have a completely all-senior lineup, but they had all the seniors on the court. So that's what you like to see on these senior nights, getting you and your friends out one more time for old time's sakes. You know, we got a great crowd here tonight too. I bet you they're fired up to a senior night in front of your home crowd. We got a great crowd tonight, and it's the time of year where you're playing for a lot. I'm sure they're fired up.
Absolutely. These are lifelong memories, these times that you have with your teammates. And thanks to Westwood Media Center, able to capture these memories. And we've had some great senior nights over the years. Had a great one last night. But, you know, just some big moments by seniors and senior nights are what we always look forward to. The Hillary Noble scoring from defense on senior night, no less, being one of them. The Norwood comeback for the Wolverines last year for volleyball. 5.
Yep, that was a big one.
That was great. And then how can you not forget Westwood girls softball senior night? Norwood 2 years ago.
Yeah, Norwood 2 years ago, Dedham last year, but both those games at the at Morrison Park, and those games were fun to cover.
2 years ago, senior night versus Norwood and clinching the TVL title for the first time in 41 years. So there's just the essence and beauty of senior night is it's always different. There's always some different story going on, and you know, it being captured, how it's unfolded, is really unique and special to each team. We got an early corner from Dedham. It's a high kick outside, well defended by the Wolverines. That was headed outside. Ends up on the foot of Jack Tadiosian. I think that was McGuire who got the head on that. Nice play there. McGuire, he's been earning some solid playing time as of late, getting some really good minutes and playing pretty darn good for the Wolverines. That was too much on that throw. Gets through the wall, ends up in the hands of Satarajo. He's going to roll it over to Butner. Butner going to start the breakout on the far side to Sam Mang. That goes out of bounds. But it's out of bounds on Dedham. Westwood throw. Oh, great timed throw. Mang finds Tadiosian with some room. He's going to slow the pace down, set it back up to Ferreira. Ferreira makes that look so easy. He can dribble through traffic. He could make, you know, sense in a phone booth with a soccer ball, and being able to do, you know, juggle or make moves and do things that none of us could. They don't call him Mini Ronaldo for nothing.
Nope.
But what a senior class. So many memories from, you know, the games that we've covered with big goals, timely goals. And we're looking forward to many more, as this season is not done yet.
No, the season's far over for the Westwood boys soccer team. You know, they're still fighting for the playoffs. So we look at it right now, they're sitting at 17th in the Division II tournament. So the big thing for the Wolverines is you want to have some strong performances here. You know, tough loss on Tuesday to the Hillers in Hopkinton, but that's one of the top teams in Division I right now. I don't have their ranking off the top of my head, so I can't tell it to you, but I'm sure we'll take a look at some point here when we have a break. But that, you know, if a loss to a good team doesn't necessarily hurt you, and they were within and they were within the margin of 3. So you don't want to lose to a team like that 3-0. No. And where you have a 3-2 loss, yeah, it hurts and it's not the result you wanted, but it's not going to hurt you nearly as much.
Butner sending it downfield, a couple Wolverines chasing after it. Ferreira trying to settle it. Shot, he scores! It was only a matter of time. Trevor Ferreira puts the Wolverines on the ball by a beautiful pass by Ethan Butner. It was about a 60-yard pass. Ferreira chased it down and put it in the back of the net to put the Wolverines up 1-0. Unbelievable. About 10 minutes in. What a strike.
Westwood goal scored by number 7, Trevor Ferreira. Assisted by Ethan Butner. 12th goal of the season for Trevor.
What a connection, senior to senior connection on that one. And two very special players.
Absolutely. You know, those are two names that we've called all season, Butner and Ferreira. They have really been the standouts on this team that we've been lucky to watch this season. And Ferreira's 12th goal of the season, he's had a monster season this year. There was a while early on in this season where he had a streak of having a goal per game.
Yeah.
And I believe it was ended with their first loss. But still, what an impressive streak from an impressive player, a name we've called throughout the years a lot of the Wolverines. It's only fitting that he draws first blood on senior night here.
Yeah, I mean, you go Butner to Ferreira there. They, in my opinion, the two best players in the Tri-Valley League. Two different positions, but they are dominant at their spots. And, you know, a guy like Butner brings a very unique tool set to the Wolverines. He's about as steady as a defender as you get, but the offensive upside he brings too. He'll jump in the play. He'll create offense. He can score goals. He sets them up. He can play a very physical game. When he gets downhill, no one's stopping that.
Well, yeah, you saw that on display right there too. That pass, he just booted it up, found a spot where he knew Ferreira could get to, and it was just a perfectly placed spot. Ferreira wasn't off sides. He chased it down. Ferreira has that speed, so you know, when you have the type of chemistry like that, you're going to set up plays like that, and that's the result you're going to get. That's hard for any team to stop.
Yeah. Quick goal kick by the Wolverines, right back to Butner. Butner looking upfield, but he's going to find Meng. Meng reminds me of like Ryan Pizzuto. There's tremendous wheels where he can break the ball out himself.
That's one of the big things that we see out of this Wolverines team is speed. You know, that's definitely a big thing in soccer, no matter what team you are. I think speed's one of the biggest attributes you need to have, but the Wolverines really do have speed. Meng's one of those guys.
Speed and size. You can't teach it.
Absolutely. Physicality.
Yeah.
This is a physical team.
Yeah. And Rory, last year, how about Matt Preedy, watching him in the midfield? He wasn't afraid to roll the sleeves up, get a little physical out there. And what we've seen this year is, you know, Jack Taddeozian really kind of emulating his game after a guy like Matt Preedy. And it's such an important position because those are two-way players. Those are the Patrice Bergerons of soccer. You know, where you hear Jack Edwards saying, Patrice Bergeron plays 200 feet of the ice. What he means is behind your own net, you know, all the way up to the other end of the ice. Same thing in soccer. And a through pass. Sadaraju looking to shoot. That takes a deflection, and the goalkeeper able to get a hand on that to keep it in bounds and pick it up. But good look there by the Wolverines. Nice pass to Sadaraju, trying to get a shot towards the net, took a deflection, and Dedham goalkeeper picks that up. He's going to settle it down before he kicks it.
Smart play by the Dedham goalkeeper, too, preventing a corner kick opportunity there. That was off the foot of a Dedham defender.
That's a good point, yeah. High IQ. I didn't even think about that. High IQ play. It's one of the things I really enjoy about some of these games are when you see decisions like that. Through pass, trying on the near side, takes a spin towards the sideline, which helps Westwood out. 17 for Dedham, Jeremy Chang. Great defense by the Wolverines. Nice play there, Harry Hayes.
Hayes showing a little bit of physicality there, fighting for the ball, got it off the foot of the Dedham defender, turnover for Westwood.
Some substitutions coming in. I see Sam Cochran coming in. I see Jacob Daly. I also see Owen Rezick coming in for the Wolverines.
So 10 minutes in and we're still rocking an all-senior lineup here at senior night.
So much depth.
And I don't believe that's all the seniors. I'm sure we'll see more substitutions later on as well. So
Harry Hayes, by the way, Evan, scored a goal the other night. Scored the first one in the Hopkinton game. It was a rocket back of the net. When the Dedham goalie coming way out of the net, but makes the play to move the ball upfield as Chilango was closing in on it.
Always a bit of a risk you're taking as a goalie when you come that far out of your net. But
we've seen it. Yeah.
We've seen it a couple times. You know, we've seen goalies play up, and you know, for Dedham it works there. But I'll point out the other night, Hopkinton, one of the goals that Westwood was able to get on Hopkinton, goalie came up just a bit too far, and kicked it right back to a Dedham player. I believe it was Bannister, and able to capitalize. So
we saw it on the in the DS game as well, where risky plays, and we've seen Westwood take advantage of it. And Westwood, kudos to them. They, you know, it's one thing to earn the possession when you get that goalie out of position, but to make that quick decision, getting it towards the net and then putting it in, burying it, really love to see that out of both teams. Taddeozian sends it up near side, just missed the connection there with Daly. Dedham going to make a substitution. But Harry Hayes with the goal the other night, it looked like he was going to go through the net when I was watching the replay. It was a low laser. Throw in by Dedham. Hayes gets the head on it. Smart play, able to just get that back out of bounds, let the guys reset, get back into position. Does it again. Ferreira keeps it in, a little heel pass. And able to pick up a loose ball. Sends it over to Mikalakos. That ball is stolen. Dedham trying to take it the other way, but beautiful play by Mikalakos. Gets the ball back. Now the Wolverines going the other way. Ferreira. Back to Lexi. Alexi the Great Mikalakos is the nickname that we came up with. Said he didn't mind it. You know, it's I just think of Alexander the Great.
Yep.
He's a guy that scores, not afraid to score a big goal, not afraid to kick a big corner either. He is the corner whisperer for the Wolverines. As when they need big goals, he typically will tee that up on a corner, and they score. That's a big boot by Dedham. No one there. Sataraju picks it up, sends it over to Butner. Butner's got some space in front of him. Sends it over to Mang. Mang looking upfield, that gets deflected. Butner gonna kick it right back to Sataraju. Smart play. Sataraju.
Oh, no.
This happened the other night.
Yep, you can't.
It was a kick outside. But the last time we saw it, they put it outside the box. So you can tell me they're going to do the free kick right there.
It's going to be tight for the Marauders.
But they do they get cute with those, where it's just, you know, little half-foot pass. But this is interesting. I have not seen one in the box like this. So indirect, got to pass it, and they do. And a kick through, and that is wide right. So crisis averted for the Wolverines. Come out of it unscathed. You don't see too many of those. That was, I mean, that's something you see at the end of practice when you're, you know, practice is up and you're looking to have some fun, and, you know, you have some fun drills with the goalie. But good job by the Wolverines. They created a big enough wall to force an outside shot. We saw that actually we saw that a couple, I think it was when AJ was here on color commentary, and he had talked about where you can't pick it up, put it back down, pick it up. So I guess technically they're saying he probably picked it up and picked it up again. But nonetheless, Wolverines still up 1-0. We are 14 minutes into the first half here on senior night. That's a big boot. Ferreira gets a head on it. Daly trying to keep it in bounds. He does. Kicked up field, but Hayes. He's not afraid to get in front of it. Dedham trying to chip it into space. That's going to go out the end line. See, absolutely. It'll be a goal kick for the Wolverines. Dedham making a couple substitutions. And Sataraju gonna send it over to Butner. Butner back on the near side to Cochran. Cochran to the middle. One-touch passing by the Wolverines, and deep in the defensive zone, they work it up. Nikolakos looking to settle it. Over to Butner. Butner to Tadeusian. Tadeusian has some space and sends it over on the near side. Got Hayes. He's got about 20 yards in front of him, using his speed. He gets a couple Marauders to close in on him, and then kicked out of bounds by Dedham. Hayes gonna throw. He's in a Rezic. Looking for the middle. Daly looking to shoot. That gets blocked. Chipped out by Dedham. Mang gets a head on it. Dedham working it near side. Daly forces a kick. Again, Hayes gets in front of it. Hayes not letting anything by him. Setting a great tone on the defensive side. That's a goal scorer we're talking about, Evan.
Yeah.
Ball goes airborne. Cochran went up to get that. It took a Dedham bounce, far side. Go through the center of the field, force a shot towards the net. That is going to bring up a goal kick. So good adjustments there by the Wolverine defense. Mang with Butner.
Dedham making some more substitutions there. We haven't seen Westwood. We've only seen one round of subs for Westwood. So, you know, Dedham trying to keep more fresh legs. Probably thinking the long game here.
Wolverines looking to get a steal here and force a kick out of bounds by the goalkeeper. No, stays in bounds. Wow. Sometimes the angle looks like it's for sure going to be out of bounds, but sideline much further, much deeper on that side than we initially thought. Sam Cochran, that's a man who knows what it's like to go to the Final Four.
Yep.
Big goals in the Longmeadow game. I believe he had a hat trick. Thrown by Dedham, that's headed by Cochran, will bring up a corner for Dedham.
Dedham with their second corner of the night here. Looking to make something happen offensively.
Corners are where you make it happen. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
you
a
know,
lefty style. We haven't seen too many of those this year, Evan. The one time we did, it was on the opposite end where the spin was going away from the goal.
But that's the side this is the side of the field where you want a lefty kick too. 'Cause
Yes,
that lefty
you want to
can-
see it where it's curling towards the net.
It's an advantage for Dedham if you have a guy who can do a lefty corner and a righty corner. You're in good shape for any team. You can kick any corner. It makes it that much more dangerous. So another corner attempt here for the Marauders.
Redo it here. It's a low one, another low one. Chipped up by the Wolverines. Dedham trying to settle it. Westwood able to, oh, it's gonna be a Dedham kick just outside the box. This is gonna be a dangerous area for a kick. Thankfully, it was about a foot outside the box, my goodness. Westwood gonna create a wall. They have to set a certain distance from the shot, but that's a far enough distance to really try and pick a corner. Which I believe is a direct kick. You don't need to pass this one, so you can go right for the net here. Wolverines have their wall set up. They have the secondary wall for any rebounds. Both teams jockeying for position. Little chip shot towards the goal, and that gets through. So good job by the Wolverines. They had the buddy system there on defense. No one there to kick the pass into the back of the net. Well done.
Westwood able to defend a couple of golden opportunities for the Marauders there and keep this.
Westwood looking to make it a little interesting out there.
Yeah.
They've done a good job defending it. Frere gonna throw. Finds Hayes. Hayes trying to settle the ball as Dedham got it on the hop. And they have it going the other way. They send it into space, and there's Hayes again. Keeps everything in front of him. Putting his body on the line for the team. Just some great leadership out of him. Sam Ming on the far sideline. Throws to Mikalakos. Mikalakos trying to send it up. It's defended by Dedham. Ricochet ends up on Westwood's possession. They're going to work it around. Tadeusz in the middle of the field. Out on Westwood, Dedham throw. That's a great throw. Wow, that was a liner. Wolverines able to battle that possession, get it back. Trying to flip the field, Dedham all over it. They work their breakout as Rezic does a good job putting pressure on them. Then Dedham trying to close in on a ball, but well defended by Ethan Butner. What a play. Dedham looked like a step on that play and an angle. Butner took that away very quickly. Tight passing up on the far side. Able to keep it in bounds and then out of bounds. Get a whistle. Sadaraju going to come back out. Rezic going to get a rest. As Wolverines keeping the senior theme going. I mean, when I look at the roster, let's count how many 12s I see when it says under grade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's the most I've ever seen. That's more than a football team's senior head count.
Yeah, I mean,
And football's got 80 guys.
and football, we did senior night football last week against Dedham as well, and you know, quite a lot of seniors on that team. But you know, for a team like soccer, we only have 20 or so guys. That's a lot of this team, and you know, it's a lot of experience.
Well, Ferreira able to send that. That was good backup by the defense. Sorry, Evan.
I was gonna say, when you have 16 seniors on the team, that's a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, a lot of, you know, that's a benefit for a team. You know, this is the season where that's going to play to your strength, you know, having that experience. We see some teams that only have a couple seniors. Oh, close.
Yeah.
Close there. And we see some teams with only a couple seniors. You know, volleyball, for example, is only 5 seniors, which is probably a more...
That seems to be kind of
average
the average, yeah. Last year, the year before, it's usually like 5, 6.
And then we've seen teams like the softball team. You're talking about the Norwood game. That softball year, that was Tom's oldest daughter.
Yeah.
Was the only senior on
Dahlia.
that team. So, you know, it varies year to year, and that's one of the strengths of this team is experience.
And you need that come late October soccer. A little through pass. Shot by Sadaraju. That is blocked. And that was, oh my gosh, look where that headed. That is in the wetland.
It's going to be
what
one
a
of the
block.
When we inevitably do the episode where we go diving, that's going to be one of the covers.
I think winter is probably best when the ticks are on vacation.
We're in the nice little season right now where
so Evan and I have talked about some fun, content things we can do, social media wise, or for the Westwood Living Sports Show. And one of the ideas we had is going behind the north end zone and seeing how many balls we can find in an hour, whether it be lacrosse balls, soccer balls, footballs. I'm sure we'll find a little bit of everything.
I'm going to mend the idea a little bit and say maybe you and Tom do that, and I'll sit on the dry lands with the camera and I'll film it and count for you.
You get the timer going. It'd be like a Mr. Beast episode.
There we go.
I'll get the snow pants out, just to avoid any of the pricklies.
Yep.
And I think we might need a drone. That might be drone required material.
I could fly the drone.
Especially come fall season, leaves are gone, so you might have a good
better
view.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe we put a pole out there.
Maybe.
See what we do. Oh, what a move by Ferrer. Does a little spinorama to move it upfield. Moves it up on the far side.
One of the strengths of Ferrera's game is his footwork. He's had a bunch of nice touch passes today. He can dribble the ball. He's made guys miss all night, and we've seen that a few times. And when he gets going, you see passes like that. And if you're the Dedham defense, you got to figure out how to stop that because it's hard to defend against.
Mm-hmm. We saw him multiple times. The goals he's had this year have been, some great passing, great setups. Last year, he had to kind of force some goals.
Right.
He had to kind of hold on it, wait for a window, wait, shot, and he was shooting from like 30 yards out.
Yeah, I think in that Norwood game specifically, they won 1-0, but Trevor Ferreira shot from the 35-yard line. Like you said, though, has to wait for the window, finds it. I think shot off his left foot as well, so it was his off foot. But this season round too, Ferreira's had a really good time of making the right passes, finding the open spots, and then he still has that ability to wait for the window and wait for the right time. But he's also finding guys getting open now, and he's finding guys who are able to help him out. Ferreira's great, but soccer's an 11-person sport.
He's a playmaker too, so when he's able to do that, set guys up while still scoring 12, 13 goals this year.
Yeah.
Outstanding. That is why he is tops. When it comes to scoring in the TVL. He's meant for some college soccer. Will be interesting to see what his future plans look like. Has the game and certainly the size and everything that makes for any team that wants to look for a potential stud goal scorer.
About that time of year too, where students start to make early decisions come November. We've heard a few guys. I know Jaden Pollard committed to Colby College,
Yeah.
track star, also Star Baker. So, you know, we're getting at that time of year, though.
Bridget Hughes, we had
Yep.
Will Sesselman. So you've seen some of the juniors.
Yeah.
You know, those are the ones that were active during the, you know, these are, lacrosse is different where they get on the players early right after the summer season.
Right.
From those showcase a lot of college showcases.
Yeah, so, but we're approaching that time of the year where we're going to start to find out where a lot of these guys are going, and
I think we're going to get a corner here.
this is
You know it's a corner when you see Butner working his way up into the box. He's a guy who's ready to put a goal in.
first opportunity for a corner for the Wolverines here tonight.
And it is going to be Lexi the Great Mikalakos on the corner for the Wolverines. Wolverines looking to time this one. It's a good-looking kick. Chalengwa gets a piece of it. Hayes then was trying to help out there. I think Butner got a shot on net and saved by Dedham. That was a good look. The kick was well defended by Dedham. Wolverines able to jump in on the rebound, and that is a very high kick. Settled immediately once it hit the turf. Aggressive play in the midfield by the Wolverines. That's going to be a whistle on the Wolverines. They'll have a free kick on the 50. This is where teams can really start to open up some offense.
We've seen shots from this deep as well, so.
We saw Noah would score a goal through traffic. You know, it was no fault of anyone. It was just through. You can't save what you can't see, and it was a kind of a seeing eye goal. But that's what happens when you put a lot of traffic in front of the net. And a ball somewhere at the 50 or inside can open up some offense. Sadaraju to Butner. Butner placed nicely on the far side, forces it out of bounds by Dedham. Get a whistle.
I believe it wasn't set in the right location for the Wolverines.
Oh, okay.
The refs tell you where to go down there.
Yeah.
And, I think Westwood just wanted to get it off quick. They saw something they liked on the offense and an opportunity, and that's usually where you see that called a lot. They're hurrying, they're not really paying attention because they're trying to.
Not on that Dedham one, 3 seconds into the game.
Right.
Yeah, like 5 yards. They'll let you do it if you're deep in your own territory. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I don't argue that one. Well, yeah, when you're around the 50 or working your way in, you got to be on the spot.
On their spot, yep. So.
Hayes sends it up to Sadaraju. Sadaraju keeps it in. Nice footwork.
A little helpful bounce from the referee.
Sends it towards the net. Takes a one hop and saved by the Dedham goalkeeper. That was a nice save.
Dangerous play for the Marauders there. Almost let one in, but goalkeeper's done a good job so far this game, you know, on top of it. One goal so far up early for the Marauders, but, you know.
He's been active
Since then.
and keeping it a one-goal game, too. Wolverines had some good looks.
Yeah, and the Wolverines, too, I think, kind of went through a bit of an offensive lull between the 30th and the 20th minute, but we've seen, as of late here, later on in this match, they've started to get their offensive pressure going, and they started to get their offensive attack going. You're seeing a couple opportunities from Dedham here and there, but for the most part, we've seen the Wolverines move this game from their offensive territory to the midfield. And, you know, that's where the game's won. And when you got a midfielder like Ferreira and Nikolakos, you know, you're in good position.
Absolutely. Corner kicking coming from Dedham. I'm going to send a player towards him, try and pass one out. Tadeusz sniffed that one out, forcing a kick. And then Ferreira got his sights on that one, came right out and got a head on it, and immediately gets that all the way out to the 40. Now the Wolverines come away with it.
They got the numbers advantage.
Stamatako sends it to, we got Ferreira by the goal. He makes the move and then kicked out by Dedham. Got help from the outside by Chalengo on a center and kicked out by Dedham again. Oh, Ferreira made a great move to get it by the Dedham goalkeeper, but what a defensive play by the defender to then get back in the play, kick it outside where Ferrer couldn't get to it.
He really had the look of just the Dedham player turning on the
Oh,
afterburners. Now it's a trip. That's
Stamatakos
going to
goes
be
down.
a kick.
And we're going to get a kick on the 30 or just outside the 30.
Dedham did a really good job there on that play, preventing Ferrer from getting a goal, turning on the afterburners late. That's what you need, because he was a one-on-one opportunity with the goaltender. He got by the goaltender. So, you know, a big save for the Dedham defense, but now you're giving Butner the ball at the 30-yard line. He has a good opportunity here.
This is the guy you want to make this kick. It is a lofty kick, and he just gets through, but the ball's still loose.
They're going to call a whistle
And it's on
here.
Westwood.
Offside.
Did you see how perfect that was? It was a through ball, but soft too. So it was a nice one to be able to track and get a leg on. Like just such a soft touch on a beautiful kick there by Butner.
It was a well-placed shot for the Wolverines, and you know, I think Wolverines got a little too anticipatory there and ran up ahead and tried to get it and just
got ahead of
hair off sides. But
ooh, now that's an interesting play. No whistle. As the defender for Dedham kind of set up a physical play to allow the goalie to pick it up, cut off the angle. Stamatakos took the brunt of it. No call.
This game overall, we've seen some games in the past where the physicality has really been key for both teams. We've seen some, you know, a lot of tackling, a lot of sort of, you know, going at each other in certain games. This game, not so much. It hasn't really been, you know, that much of not a lot of hits. You know, still physical. It doesn't change that, but, you know, not a lot of tackling, not a lot of slide tackling in this game. I think we're only here in the 6th minute seeing it, or the 34th minute, excuse me, 6 minutes to go. Starting to see a little bit of that tackling and that physicality start to show through these teams. And I expect that that's what you're going to see. You see one right there, and that's going to go against the Wolverines. But I think you'll see as the guys get tired and start to wear out a little bit, they start to kind of, on both teams and any team really, start to kind of go to that tackling method and see if that can work. And maybe
get aggressive. We've seen it. We saw it when in the Holliston game. They were aggressive, but they were all clean.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a good kick by Dedham, and they score off a free kick outside the 50, and that's what we're talking about. It opens up the offense. All it has to take is a favorable bounce. It did. Dedham puts it in the back of the net to tie it up at 1-1 here with 5 minutes 47 left here in the first half.
Yeah, you know, it's a right bounce, right time, gets over the head to Sataraju, but you know, the Wolverines still have to keep their offense on and keep the attack going.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who had the goal there, but what a connection by the free kick on Dedham. Chalengwa creates some space, looking to pull the trigger. He does shoot and save by the Dedham goalkeeper.
Chalengwa looking to get a little offense going for the Wolverines and make a quick comeback. We saw that the other night against Hopkinton for the girls. You know, a couple of quick back-to-back
Junior
goals.
number 6, Aiden Luby.
Yeah, you got his game going right now. That's going to be a very difficult offensive front to stop with his size. And you saw those moves right in the middle of the field to be able to get that window to shoot. He scored some big goals in the middle of the season. He's got plenty left in him too. We got a nickname for Leo. Leo, the chosen one, Chalengwa. He's got big game. Got to see a little glimpse of it last year. He battled injuries last year, and then first game back, scored a goal. Had a great playoff game versus Bill Ricca. Saw him during the basketball season. Big frame, big athlete. He's gonna have some big goals ahead of him, I feel. Wolverines send that one up. Sataraju heads it towards Ferreira. He goes down. Dedham sends it upfield. Butner gonna settle it down.
Westwood looking to get a quick one here.
Dedham with the momentum right now. Westwood looking to get some shots to be able to build some momentum back in their favor.
Westwood looking for a call there. Not going to get it. It's going to be their throw-in, though. So
looks like we have the girls' soccer team walking over.
I believe so.
We didn't hear any cheers coming in.
No, I noticed that. I'm just gonna.
which typically we don't see them if they haven't won. So maybe it was a decisive one where, you know, they saved the cheers. All business today. Who knows? But they played an outstanding game the other night versus Hopkinton. They were very disappointed with a tie versus top team in the state, and that's a sign of a very good team. They knew you had to beat them to be atop the TVL standings with them, and the fact that they came away with a tie and were disappointed about it, I love every bit of that. That's a team that wanted to go out and win a TVL title.
Absolutely, and you know they had a really hard-fought battle against the Hillers. Didn't go their way at the end of the day, but you know, still, like you said, one of the best teams in the state. I believe ranked top 10 in the MIA Division I playoffs now, and moved up to Division I this year. So, you know, it's a hard battle, but you know.
That went off the face of Stamatakos. He's walking it off. Ferreira makes a couple nifty moves. He hits the turf.
Now they blow the
whistle. We have a whistle, and that's gonna be a good look for the Wolverines. Are they gonna rush it, or are they gonna wait it out? Yeah, so
I think they're gonna let it.
Trevor wanted to kick right away. Lexi's like, let's give it a couple seconds, which is smart because, you know, you got a guy like Butner who could probably kick it to Islington from here, and he can kick a nice low-flighted one. He could go right for a corner. We'll see. And it's a hard one, and it's just wide right. That one was a low-flighted laser. What a good-looking kick, just wide right. But those are good looks. Wolverines are earning those. They're earning those free kicks because that's hard to defend. Hard to defend when you got a Ferreira who made 3 moves in 2 seconds on 4 different players. And we get a timeout called with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. I believe it is called on Dedham. I'm going to talk through this. They want to keep it 1-1 at the half. And you know, we'll take a quick break. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back after both teams are back out.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks. Timeout called. Both teams talking strategy. It's the last 2 minutes, which will be on the FAR official's whistle. Thank you, Andres Castro, for giving us that tip last year.
Well, you know, Maureen, we talk it in hockey, you know, it's that magic minute. You don't want to, you know, let up a goal and think about that throughout halftime. And if you're the Wolverines, you know, you want to get a goal and make your opponent think about that through halftime. So it's one of those times where, you know, you're thinking strategy. And also the wild card factor in soccer is that it's stoppage time, but it's on the ref's whistle, and sometimes they let it go play. You know, I'm not doing the time audit right now, the Tom Biden time, but, you know, the other night we saw it go 3 minutes instead of 2.
Yes.
And then in the final game was 6 minutes instead of 5.
Well,
so.
You expect it to be at least 2.
Of
you know,
course.
depending on the stoppage, and who knows.
Right.
You
And
know, what they're counting.
Right. And they're also not going to, if you're Westwood and you're keeping it on this side of the field right now, they're not going to stop it unless Dedham can get it to the midfield, because they don't want to take away a potential scoring opportunity for you. So, you know, for Westwood right now, the big thing is, can you keep this offensive pressure on, or or get the ball back here as we start going down the other side of the field and, prevent an opportunity.
Dedham looking for another look before the end. That's a through pass, but too much on that one. Picked up by Sataraju. He's going to send it up to Butner. Butner, who can flip the field pretty quickly. He sends it up. He's looking for Chilingwa. Dedham disrupted that. They work it on the far side. 50-50 ball. And Sataraju, great anticipation. That was one thing we were talking about with AJ Alex. The importance of the goalkeeper position. You have to anticipate getting to that ball. If you're going to make that move to the ball, it's got to be 100%.
Absolutely. Well, the last thing you want is to be off a count or off a step, and that's when you miss it, and that's going to be halftime.
That is the halftime whistle. So after one half, we are knotted up at 1. Dedham 1, Westwood 1. We'll take a quick break, halftime break, hear from our sponsors. You're watching Westwood Media Center coverage of Westwood Boys Soccer on Senior Night.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers. We're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks, to Westwood Boys Hockey on Westwood Media Center. Morgan Donahue making his way up to the booth, so I'll fill in as Dedham gets possession here early. Number 9, I don't have a roster in front of me, but Butner kicks it out, clears it early. So Dedham going on the attack early here as Morgan Donahue joining the booth.
Sorry, guys, lost a little track of time. They started pretty quickly.
They
started with
really,
time left on the clock.
They went back. They went quick on you. Well, they did that high five tunnel at halftime, which we'll have to.
I saw that. That was pretty cool. Yes.
But
that was pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
So both teams have swapped sides of the field. Wolverines now going left to right, which I like, a little easier view on the goal. And don't have the stanchion in the way.
No.
But I'm feeling some goals coming our way. They had some good looks. And you know what Westwood does well is make great adjustments come halftime.
And Westwood's a second half team. I think we've seen a lot of these games where Westwood has really taken control in the second half, and they're making a little pressure here, going down deep into Dedham territory. But, this is a team that, that doesn't let the game get away from them too much. They kind of, keep the game at their control, and that's what you need for a team. As Dedham, Westwood's starting to get some pressure here. Don't lose track. It's still anyone's game, and if you're the Wolverines, it'd be good to get some offensive pressure, maybe get a shot on goal.
You can hear the girls on the far sideline, love it, supporting their counterparts. And that is a goal kick for Dedham. We are tied up 1-1 after one half. 2 minutes into the second half now. It's both teams jockeying for position to try and come away with a TVL large win. help move themselves in favorable position for the playoffs, which are right on the doorstep.
We are about a week away, give or take. So next week, last regular season games, I believe, are on Tuesday for most of the teams. Football will be playing Thursday in Hopkinton. That will be live on HCAM, our friends over in Hopkinton. And after that, we'll see rankings come out pretty quickly soon after. And first week in November, we should have some playoff games. And that was a big hit.
Butner does not slow down. And we got
the Den.
Some Wolverine fans on the field. I see. You got the Den down there. Is that Jaden Pollock I see?
I would, it's a bit of the Den, maybe track athletes.
I see Jaden Pollock there. He's got the little hockey hair growing.
Yeah, he's getting ready for.
He said he's been called save or saves when he sees people in town. And there we go. The Den is activated.
This is what you like to see too this late in the season. You know, get the Den out, get the Den going. You know, we see them at a lot of these games, and you know, they've been doing good on social media. We've seen their posts. I saw them post today, encouraging everyone to get out here and support the team on senior nights. So.
Supporting Unified Basketball as well last night, which is really cool.
Big, of course, a great program.
Good program,
Westwood.
Good organization. You go out and you support all the teams because you know what? You were all wearing the same jersey.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter the sport. We are all one. And we love the green and white. We love the wins.
Not to mention all the guys in the Den, athletes themselves.
They are.
They got to support their fellow athletes.
They know the game. They want to see the guys, girls at their game, so you got to do your part.
Absolutely. You got
Butner going to have a kick here exactly on the 50-yard line. That's a nicely lofted kick into the box. It's loose. Still loose. Shot is blocked. And it goes just wide left. There was a Dedham player on the ground who blocked it.
Going to be a goal kick for the Marauders.
Yeah, that was very close.
Seen a couple plays like that for the Wolverines where they've had a kick around the 50-yard line. Butner gets a perfectly placed spot, but the Marauder defense is just on top of it. And they preventing some big shots because Westwood's getting the opportunities. If we see another couple opportunities like that, I wouldn't be surprised to see a goal from that type of play. Westwood keeps getting good play shots. Just the Dedham defense has responded.
Throw on the far side by the Wolverines. McGuire comes away with a nice play to settle it and create some space. Throws it into middle of the field to number 4, Sam Meng. Back to Tadeusz. Nifty moves going on. That's lobbed towards the net and goes through and in the back of the net. Is that Ferreira again? I think it is. Trevor Mini Ronaldo Ferreira puts it in the back of the net to put the Wolverines back on top 2-1.
A huge play by Trevor Ferreira there, and it couldn't have been more timely for the Wolverines 6 minutes into the second half.
He cut the angle off to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was waiting for it, but too late because Ferreira beat him to it. Deflects it in the back of the net for the Wolverines' second goal to go up 2-1.
Westwood goal scored by number 7, Trevor Ferreira. Assisted by Harry Hayes.
Harry Hayes on the assist.
Second goal of the game for Trevor.
I believe his 13th on the season.
Yes.
Yes.
Just a goal-scoring machine.
That's what he's done well all season, and he's getting into. He's not slowing down heading into the playoffs, which is exactly what you want from your captain. You know, keep, you know, your peak at the peaking at the right time, so to speak. So
the Wolverines on the board 2-1 now. Adding to the board. Ferreira has both goals for the Wolverines. Pretty good night for the senior.
But the Wolverines aren't done. They're going to look to add some more. Chalangwa's fighting. He gets through 2.
Uh-oh. Tadeusz settles it. Over to Mikalakos with the shot. Forces a difficult save by the Dedham goalkeeper.
It's going to be a corner here, though, and that's exactly what you want if you're a Wolverine, setting up another opportunity here.
going to come off the foot of the guy who just kicked it, Lexi, the great Mikalakos. And it's a good-looking kick towards the net, and the goalkeeper able to get hands on it and keep the hands on it.
Huge save. It was a good kick from Mikalakos. He actually had a good curve to that kick, and had the goalkeeper not been there, that could have even gotten in the back of the net, but huge save by the Dedham goalkeeper.
That was.
But Westwood's now humming.
Pressure play.
Absolutely, but you know, Westwood's starting to get that offensive attack going again. You know,
starting to get their game going. Absolutely.
I like to see this continue the attack. You know, you're up 2-1, but this is a Dedham team that can score pretty quickly. We saw that at the end of the half there. So, you know, for the Wolverines, keep going.
Dedham has the side of the field looking to close it in, but well defended by Jack Tadiojian. Great play.
I believe it's going to be a corner kick here.
So you're right. See, do they go back with the lefty? We've had the lefty. The only corners we've seen have been on this side, but on the other end where it makes sense. And yeah, we get the righty kick, which makes sense, you know, with the top spin on the ball. High kick in the middle of the box gets through. Westwood trying to force it out, kicked out into space. Sataraju comes down to help out. Wolverines coming away with it. Fired up the field to Chalengua. Chalengua, that's a nice move. Has two guys on him, then makes another nice move into space to Tadiojian on the near side. Tadiojian with the center, and the Dedham goalkeeper comes out, get the hands on it.
Good look by Tadiojian there. He had the right idea, just no one there for the Wolverines to get it.
No, it was a good breakout. It all started from a nice clean breakout that came from a corner. Great defense on a corner. Good to see the Wolverines had that ready. They were tactically all over that. Dedham looking to send it. Butner tracks it down. He gets a head on it. Heads it up to Ferreira. Ferreira sends it another 10 yards to Sataraju. Sataraju settles it to Mikalakos. Mikalakos gonna work it over to Meng.
Westwood taking their time a little bit, trying to find the right open passes, which is smart soccer. You know, don't force anything right now. You're in the lead. You know, set up a good pass, find a player who has the opportunity to make a breakout play. We've seen that work time and time again for the Wolverines. As that slowly goes out, that could be that's a goal kick there. But, you know, we've seen Westwood, they're not forcing anything pass-wise. You know, they're not going to force it somewhere where it doesn't need to be. You're in control of this game right now. Just make smart passes, keep clean soccer, and it works. It has worked for them in the midfield especially this game.
Sure does. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Go to what has been your strength, and that's a big boot. That's a +5 by Butner.
Speaking of strength on that kick from Butner.
Yeah.
We've seen him do that all year.
That was outside, out of bounds kick too, so you got to add another 5-7 yards to what that distance was if it was right up the middle of the field on a +5. Mikalakos. To the far side. McGuire. Looking inside, ball gets through. Chalengua trying to jump onto the loose ball, played by Dedham, and they kick it out. Meng right there. Just trying to send that up into deep in Dedham territory. Gets a turnover. So gets it back again.
A couple turnovers there for the Wolverines. They're, you know, keeping the pressure going. And
Chalengua keeps it in bounds. Does a good job of keeping that in bounds. He had two players on him closing in. Gonna try the middle of the field again. Kicked out by Dedham. They work it up. 1-2 pass. Ferreira jumps in front of that. Protecting the ball to help it settle down. He's pushed from behind. Went out of bounds on him, but not by his choice. And will be a Dedham throw. He didn't like that one. And the Den is voicing their thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, that's the problem when you come into a, oh, and we have a whistle.
Oh, and the chants start coming.
And then, you know, that's one of the challenges when you're on the road in
Yes.
TVL. I'm sure all the other teams do the exact same thing. You have to, it's a mental game just as much as it is a physical game. And
It's like 300 when you see the movie and you get the 300 going up against the thousands. You know,
Right.
this is 300.
Oh.
It's not a big den, but it's an effective den.
we're gonna get a timeout here. Looks like the Dedham player wasn't ready. We're gonna have a re-kick, but yeah, you know, you
Will it
gotta
be a drop kick? Sometimes we see those. Well, no, it looks like just a redo.
part of the-
Substitution incoming. Coming off the field is Schneider, Tertullian. And on the field, number 20. Have the roster on my phone.
That's part of the home field advantage for the Wolverines. Having the den here, making some noise, getting in the heads of opposing players.
20 for Dedham is Razvan Frunza. Dedham falling in an open space. Sataraju gonna come out and then kicked out of bounds by Westwood. A little miscommunication there. Who gonna take the possession? They just kick it out of bounds to keep it safe.
I think Sataraju wanted to pick it up, but as
Yeah,
soon
it
as
was outside the box.
just took a curve that way, and as soon as the Westwood player put his foot on it, you can't pick it up if you're the goalie. You can only pick it up if it comes off an opposing player's foot. So, you know, smart play to at least get it out, avoid a potential dangerous play, and where you've been controlling the possession and being able to get some takeaways on the Marauder offense. It's a risk you're willing to take if you're the Wolverines.
Ooh, ball off the head of Rezik.
Got to give
He's gonna shake it off.
some credit to these guys too. I know if I was if I had to go up for a header in this, I'd probably be out for a week. So I give a lot of these guys credit. They are tough. These kids take a lot of hits every game, and
Yes, concussions are a big part of soccer.
absolutely. And
Especially, you know, you get those big kicks and the guys trying to get positioning on a 50-yard drop kick, goal kick.
also when it's, you know, we're
Cold.
looking at what is it, 51 degrees here tonight. Started a little warmer today. It was actually nice when I left my house. It was 60-something and sunny. So
Here's the Butner boot, and it's a Butner pass right to Ferreira. Those guys connected on the first goal. That's kicked out.
but that's a big play there for Butner though. He flips the field doing
Yeah, he
that.
did.
So you got it right out of Westwood territory, and now you can set up an offensive play and see what you got. It's Mang's going to come in for Ferreira on the throw.
This is where Ferreira exceeds, where you can throw it to him when he's got a couple guys on his back. He knows how to settle it, he knows how to turn it. Daly, Sataraju. Kick by the Wolverines, that's too much on it. That was kicked by Tadeusian.
It's good for 3, but
That was a 35-yarder. Johnny Bertone would appreciate that.
absolutely. He's had some good kicks this year, honestly. I mean,
Yes.
we've seen a lot of no field. I don't think we've seen a field goal here, at least at Play Hive, but we've seen a lot of PATs, and I've seen him in warm-ups. You know, in warm-ups he's kicking from 40, and
Well, it's a great kick by the Dedham goaltender, but Butner slams it right back. That looked like ping pong when you got a hard hit going one way and then an even harder hit going the other. That ball is bouncing in loose space. Butner gets the kick on it. Mang settles it on a one hop to Chalangwa. Ferreira gets a turnover.
he's got numbers.
He does. He has some space trying to go right to left. He was looking inside, gets the ball back, makes a nice move, holding on it. Oh, and that's the type of shots we used to see, Evan, with the hold and just waiting for that window.
You gotta wonder if hat trick is on the mind for Ferreira right now too.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw him go off his left foot, try to get an angle, and I've seen that once before. It was against Norwood last year for a 1-0 win. So I have to imagine it's kind of on his mind right now. Probably he wants to, you know, what a way to
The
go
crowd
out for
here,
senior night.
night. You know, the pageantry of senior night. Ajamal kicks that one out. Dedham throws have been pretty outstanding. They got a great throw on their side. He throws these fastballs, get to where they need to go.
This way, able to get the ball turned around and get upfield a little bit.
Galacos looking upfield, no one there. Big part of the game is settling the ball. There's a lot of high passes, and that's just part of the game, is getting the ball to open guys. Being able to settle that ball, to move it, and get effective offensive out of it is very challenging for any team. That's where you see turnovers happen, because the ball hasn't exactly gotten flat yet.
No.
When I mean flat, I mean like that, where it's on the ground, where you can move it a lot better, and much easier to move when you have it on the ground. Teams arguing it until Westwood throw.
That's when you have a
You
few
got that,
extra guys
yes.
arguing it for you.
Putting a little pressure.
By a few, about probably 30 or so. But
Open look. Takes a one hop, picked it up by Dedham's goalkeeper. We are 18 minutes into the second half. The Wolverines up 2-1 off a goal. The second goal by Trevor Ferreira, assisted by Harry Hayes. All seniors on the score sheet. Butner on the assist for the first goal by Ferreira. Harry Hayes on the second assist.
fraction on Dedham, that's going to go to Westwood here. And here's a guy with a big boot that we've seen all night.
Yes, he can certainly create some offense here, and he's going to do something smart and send it up near side where you're changing it up. Good to see that.
Keep the Marauders on their toes here. You know? You're expecting that big kick. You see everyone shuffles down fields, but you left Meng wide open there. And Meng has a boot too. He can, you know, if you give him some space, he can get a good kick in, and that's what you saw there by the Wolverines.
Pass into space. Tadeusz was looking up ahead. Bang. Ball deflected off of Tadeusz. Dedham going to try and send it. Sedaraju stays in the net. Forces Ajamal to settle it and play it. Stolen by Dedham. Mang forces contact. And picked up by Sedaraju, which is going to get a clap.
Westwood's starting to slow this game down a bit.
Yeah.
You know, play their game, control the pace. You have a lead, obviously. I think they're still looking to add on to that lead, but you know, also, once again, you're in control. We talked about this in the first half for the majority of it. You're in control. Play your game. Play smart soccer. You know, good passes. Don't let up any opportunities. And you see him passing it in there. That's going to go just outside, I believe. And, Dedham ball, but
it's a good way to start, though, where that's where you want to pick a ball off. Right down there, deep in Dedham territory. Good late crowd here tonight. Started off with the parents and families with the senior night ceremonies. Now we got some good energy from the students. Some big games ahead. We got the state championship for golf on Tuesday now. After reschedule, they were scheduled for Monday. There's a rain out at Foxborough. Chalangwa sent it towards the net, gets through. Nicolakos sends it up. Shot is blocked. That went off the foot of Tadeusz. And Ferreira.
I know, like you mentioned, second straight year for the Wolverines competing in the golf state championship, and Patty Dalton having himself a season. Aiden Smith as well.
Oh my gosh,
Great
he was
season.
one off the medalist. Ferreira hits the ground.
They're looking for a call. Then you can hear him, but not going to get it there. Ferreira gets back up. He's fine with it, so we will play on. But like you mentioned, yeah, the golf having a great season. You know, and they've been fun to follow. I'm sure we'll keep along on the websites, follow and see what they're doing on next Tuesday. I know
Yes,
I will.
I will be live. I was looking to potentially get to the Foxborough State Championship. But rain had other plans. Centering attempt there by Mikolakos. That's blocked out of bounds. It's going to be a Westwood throw. Mang will toss it. So inside 20 minutes here at Flay High. Wolverines up 2-1 off of 2 Ferreira goals. Speaking of Ferreira, throws it to him. He hits the ground, and that is going to be a goal kick. Ferreira not happy with the contact out there. Don't blame him. He took a body check.
Dedham's starting to get a little physical here late in the game. You know, they're playing for a lot right now, so you know they're 22nd in the MIAA power rankings.
You sound like Tom Lydon with the MIAA.
It's you know I think
is it rubbing off on you?
I think so. As you hang out with Tom a lot, you start to pick up on.
I grew up in the playing in the MIAA, and I don't think I'll ever be able to change it from MIAA.
I kind of go in between it. It depends. Just depends, and it kind of depends. I do the same with the NCAA and the NCAA.
Yeah.
You know, it just depends. But
as long as it rolls off the tongue, you know, you're good. You're good.
But you know.
Oh, like I say.
No,
he kept it in. Butner kept it in. Someone said corner. It wasn't the official, though. And then Butner just sends it about 65 yards up the field.
So interesting succession of plays
70 yards upfield. What a flip of the field there after he toe tapped to keep it in. Exceptional player. Evan's got the
I skipped my morning coffee.
4 games in 4 days yawn going right now.
I usually edit these when I go home, especially volleyball. You know.
Ball in open space. Chalangwa looking to shoot. He turns and it just goes wide right. So Evan, today is day 4 of the week.
Yep.
We've done 4 games in 4 days. I had 5 in 4 if we include the JV football game. We'll have a game tomorrow. Going to be joining Alex Dorsky, Westwood alum, for Curry Soccer. So we'll have 6 games in 5 days.
Yeah, we get a little, we stay busy this time of year, and you know, it's part of it. We love doing it.
Nothing that makes us more proud than seeing kids that graduate high school and getting into sports or coverage or video, and they got their start. They got some at-bats doing some of these games.
Big heads up
play by. We were talking about that with Coach Me before the game and how special of a player Butner is. But something like that, to have the understanding of who had the last possession and then to make that play knowing that you're going to have that goal kick is such an exceptional play. Westwood has the throw on the 40.
We're getting some practice in for Dorsky, Mari. Covering men's soccer at Curry.
Yes, we are.
So, you know, I got to give a shout out to new athletic director Rich Verrier. He is a Curry soccer alum. He played back in the day at
I think
Curry.
a 2016 graduate there.
Yep. So
we had some good battles with Curry and myself in football. Ryan Van de Geisen, he was an exceptional quarterback over at Curry.
Curry,
Attleboro kid.
Curry in the national news lately with Monty Quinn, 522
7 touchdowns,
rushing yards. That's an insane game for anyone.
Incredible. Some good football up here. Get a lot of good. You get a lot of transfers now from the D1 level down to D3, and you're getting some of these exceptional players. I remember playing MIT in football, and they had a running back that was from Syracuse. And he was averaging about 250 yards a game, All-American. Curry had a linebacker that came from Columbia. Like, you know, there was a bunch that you see come through the program, and they are exceptional teams, exceptional leagues. Butner to Tadeusian. Tadeusian up the near side here to Chalangwa. Chalangwa juggling it. Kicked out by Dedham.
Turn on the radio tomorrow. You're on radio?
I believe so, yes. We will get the info out for anyone to listen, as we will all be Curry Colonials tomorrow. I believe it's Colonials or Colonels?
Colonels, like
Colonels,
believe.
yes. I always get messed up with that because it's spelled like Colonial, but it's Colonel. Loose ball.
Westwood wants the call, but hasn't gotten it. The refs are kind of letting this game play
Yeah,
out,
there's
and
a
they're going to give a
physical
call
play.
for that on Westwood.
Yeah.
So late here, refs letting it play out a little bit. We talked to Andres last year at one of these games, and he really mentioned the
Dean
big thing
Blandino in the booth.
it's always fun having a Dean Blandino in the booth, someone who knows the rules. We obviously cover a lot of these games, but soccer's not my strong suit personally. I won't speak for you. You seem to have got it down though.
Nah, just sports. Talking sports.
Of course.
X's and O's.
Right. We can
inside, outside. Through. We kind of use that universal language.
Yeah, some concepts transfer easily, but having a guy like Anders in the booth who tells us that. But he mentioned last year, going back to that call there, you don't want to have a call, because we have another call that's going to go against Westwood. You don't want to have calls late in the game that impact the games. Exactly. We saw that Tuesday night in the boys' game at Hopkinton, where a call had a game impacting, result. And if you're the ref, you don't want to call that unless you're 100% certain. So, most refs here try not to make the calls, but when you got 30 or 40 members of the den on the sideline, they're going to support their team through and through, and you just got to be sure you have the call 100%. That's a
kick
good
by
kick.
Dedham, gets into the box. Great defense by Westwood, then kicked out of bounds by Tadeusian.
Dangerous kick there. Really good, accurate kick too from far in the territory for the Wolverines, but for the Marauders there, that was on goal. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe their first goal of this game was off a similar play.
Yeah, it
had
was.
A deep kick, and it
Kicked
just
right into open space. Able to jump on a loose ball, put it in the net to tie it up. Right around 5 minutes left in the first half.
So, we're entering that territory now where, it is a one-point game. If you're the Wolverines, I think you're going to see the aggression ramp up a bit, and that's going to...
Play by Butner, got a foot on that cross attempt.
The second play by Butner this game where he somehow kept that ball out of bounds. I kind of lost it there. I'm sure you'll see that on the game footage, because I was a little confused myself, but...
That's a Westwood possession.
Butner's been big this game. He's saved a couple corner opportunities for the Wolverines, and
there's a timeout called. Timeout called. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Westwood Media Center coverage of Westwood Boys Soccer.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Both teams coming out of the timeout. We typically see that if it's a close game or a tie game. 10-minute mark has been a popular spot. We got it just outside of that with 11 minutes, 27 seconds. On the field for the Wolverines is number 20, Dylan Kaplan, a senior.
I believe at this point we've seen every senior.
He was one of the starters, but good to see him in here late in the game.
Getting some valuable minutes.
Yes.
Looking to see if we can get this one closed out for the Wolverines, come away with a win on senior night. Still got a lot of work to do, a lot of game left to play. Wolverines are in the driver's seat right now. The big thing is, making sure you have great defensive play. It's going to start here with Butner.
And they earn the goal kick.
It's that right
He's
there.
like a chauffeur driver when he's just running side by side. The Dedham player just neck and neck, ensuring that he's going to stay on the outside and not get near that ball as it goes out. Stay with Westwood. Butner takes about 10 steps back. He's going to kick it himself. And my goodness, that's a plus 10 late in the game where those hamstrings are not the same as they are when you're fresh early in the game. He's still got plenty of power in the leg.
Well, this is where the stamina, too, starts to come into effect. You talked with A.J. Alex a week or so ago about, later on in the game, to us, it looks effortless, but to them, there's, they're trying to find stuff deep in the tank and see what they can make happen late. So for the Wolverines, it's about stamina here. What do you have left in the tank, and can you continue to play at 100% or as close to 100% as possible? Butner, like you mentioned, he probably beat, but at the same time, up here, just by watching his play, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Oh, well defended there. Tadeusz jumps in front of that pass attempt by Dedham. Set it upfield. Inside 10 minutes. Dedham goalkeeper comes out to kick that one. And headed by Kaplan, and he gets a roar from the crowd. Nice showing from the Kaplan family here, supporting Dylan. Love to see that on senior night.
Absolutely.
Always should be an award for the best showing for support of a senior. Last night, I think Anna Beaumont,
Yep.
with the they had the fatheads out there.
They did.
And they had they were going nuts. She was a big time player last night.
That's one of the fun things too with not just volleyball, but all the sports that take place in the gym. Boys and girls volleyball, boys and girls basketball. Remember senior nights? They always bring out the fatheads.
Yes.
Saw it last night. It was great. You see the fans in the stands with the players that they're supporting. With a throw in there. What a good throw. That was a McCabe throw in.
McCabe level. He's like, all right, I'm gonna just throw it again. Let me just get this quick kick right off of Harry Hayes. Harry, not afraid to take some contact.
No.
Dedham trying to work it in. Westwood does a good job of getting in front of those attempts. Butner gets above everyone to get a head on that, and then a shot outside left. Butner rose above them all to get a head on the loose ball to advance that forward. Dedham tried to force a shot, didn't get all of it.
Morgan, I'm going to take a guess we're going to see it the 45 to the 40.
You go plus 10?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got a plus 15.
Easy.
Plus 15, my goodness. No wind either. Usually you see a wind help with some of those.
Morgan, you might have heard me from up here, so thank you, Ethan, for the
Yes.
for proving me wrong. But
You knew that one was going to be a special one.
I mean, it's funny because we're getting later in this game, and Ethan's continuing to sort of move a little faster, but you wouldn't think it's later in the game. You'd think we're still early, and he's playing at 110%.
The sheriff we're talking about. That man is an impressive player. He holds down the law on the back end.
I think that was off of Butner as well there,
Yes,
too.
he's everywhere. Ball takes a big bounce all the way across the 50 out of bounds. Be a throw for Dedham. They tracked that one inside the 50.
And now you're going to see Dedham start to kind of put on the after jump.
Oh, they find the back of the net. That was just a circus goal. Chipped it towards the net, went over the head of Sadaraju and finds the back of the net to tie it up at 2 with 7 minutes remaining.
There's really nothing you can do there if you're the Wolverines. That was a
circus goal.
One of those goals that just you don't see ever. So
that's the tough thing when you play teams and when everything that can go right for another team does. But you know what? There's 7 minutes left on the clock. Wolverines have an opportunity to get the next one.
Morgan, I'm gonna mention a couple nights ago. It wasn't a senior night game, but it was a big game nonetheless. It was volleyball and Hopkinton versus Hopkinton on Monday night.
Yep.
And Hopkinton took a commanding lead early and got the first set. Westwood battled back for the second set. Hopkinton took the third, and Westwood was playing down 2-1 late. And, you know, they kept the fight in them. They didn't give up. They didn't relent. And they came in with a 3-2 win, a hard-fought win that came down to the very last set. Close play. So anything can happen here in the TVL. And right now, you know, this is a great test for the Wolverines to see, you know, see how battle-tested this team is. Can you shine? Can you play big when the lights are getting bright? And right now, the lights are starting to get bright for the Wolverines.
Butner down there. He's a guy who can win a battle in space. Main going to work it across the field to Hayes. Hayes will settle it. You got the girls soccer team cheering him on over there. Hayes looking inside. He's got Butner in front. The head! Saved by the Dedham goalkeeper. Oh. We got an injured Westwood player on the field. Looks like it's Chalangwa. There's Chalangwa and Butner going right to the net. That was a well-timed kick by Hayes on the outside and forced a great save by Dedham goalkeeper. Chalangwa looks to be shaking it off. Good to see him get up on his feet. He gets a cheer from the crowd in support.
It's where you get the wind knocked out of you, but good to see him up and moving. And like you said, one of those hits, you know, you just get up and
you go for it. You know, you're not looking where another person's head or elbow or any of that is.
No, you're focused.
You're going to the ball.
You're focused on two things at that point: the ball and the net.
You could take the, you know, the back of someone's head to your face. You know, an elbow, inadvertently, of course. One kicks the ball across the 50. Don't count them out of trying to pop on themselves. And there's a physical play there. Westwood will get a free kick, and that's going to be an opportunity. Dedham player not happy about it. He's arguing. And Butner going to set up, looking to launch.
All right, we've seen 65-yarders from Butner, so I would imagine
he can certainly get it there.
I think he's going to play a little more strategic here. I think you're going to see around the 10.
A little soft one. Yeah, he's got a soft kick. Hayes comes away with it. Looking back inside, Wolverines trying to keep the possession. Ferreira outside, he's got some loud Westwood girls soccer players. That's kicked out of bounds, will be a corner. So a corner earned by the Wolverines. We're seeing the Mikolakos trot to the corner.
Smart done in the double team Ferreira there, though. That's the type of guy that you don't want to have a one-on-one opportunity down on that side of the field. And we have a whistle. It looks like it's going to be substitutions or something.
There's an injury by Sam Mang.
Yep, so Mang will come off the field.
So we're at 5 minutes. I'm going to get my clock started, but that whistle should have stopped the clock. There we go. Clock is starting on my end. Mikolakos on the corner, tracking nicely, takes a Westwood bounce, loose, and it goes wide left, and it will be another corner.
Another opportunity.
Oh, there we go. That was a great look. Couple pinballs, ends up going out of bounds, and they're gonna say off of Dedham. We're gonna redo it. Mikolakos set up again.
A good accurate kick from Mikolakos there on the last one.
Mikolakos, lower flighted. The goaltender comes out, but comes right back out to Mikolakos. He's gonna lob one towards the net. A couple big bodies there. Oh, a Westwood player takes a hit, goes down, and that's gonna be a corner. No call on that.
Another corner.
That was Ferreira went down. He took a big hit.
To the dismay of the Wolverine fan base.
Now we're gonna do a corner on the near side now.
This is dangerous for the Marauders, though. 3 back-to-back corners, something's due.
Got big bodies, big frames in front of the net. Mikolakos with the kick. Goes off the head of Ferreira. Ajumal there, chips it towards the corner.
Ferreira keeps it on. I don't think so. I think you're going to see urgency. I see all these guys sprinting downfield to get set up. Now they're focused on this is true.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
All right, welcome back, folks. Good to see Dedham player working his way off the field. That was Schneider Tertullian. He's been a pretty good player for them all night. Westwood going to have a goal kick. Butner set up, ready to go. He'll be going pretty shortly after he hears the whistle to start the clock back up. Wolverines set up right around the 40.
Could imagine he wants to get a good kick and get it downfield. They're going to start to play with some urgency as well here, and a booming one there.
That's a great kick.
Oh.
Takes a big bounce. Dedham able to get the second bounce. Nikolakos working it inside, looking for Sataraju. That's kicked airborne.
Dedham's big thing is to sort of play disrupting, sort of disrupt here. They're not necessarily focused on maybe getting it downfield like you said.
They went off to Westwood.
Rather just, can you get a foot on it and can you kick it as far as you can away from the goal? So for Westwood, it's going to be about just making smart passes here. Is what Dedham now has a throw in.
And that's the guy who's been tossing it. That was a good 30-yard toss by him. He threw it from basically the 25 all the way up to the 50. Westwood centered upfield. Sataraju trying to get on top of it. It'll be a corner for the Wolverines. They're hurrying. Huge. Nikolakos setting up. Seeing Butner running into the play. They're going to send everyone down there except Cochran. Kicked by Nikolakos into the box. Ferreira with the head. Oh, saved by the Dedham goalkeeper. They'll get another corner as Ferreira running down the near side. No, it is. We got Tadeusian going to kick it on the right side. Another corner, low. That's kicked out. Ferreira tracking it. What a play to get that ball flat on the ground. He takes a hit and a whistle. And is that the end of the game whistle? It is.
That is.
Oh, unfortunate.
Surprised that wasn't called.
Yeah.
On a, not sure if you can end on a infraction, but it appears you can.
They're gonna say it wasn't a call. So that was, which is outrageous. The fact that that's not a call, and head coach Josh Mitchell having a conversation about it. My opinion own. The last couple games, Westwood has just had some horrible calls against them. They deserve better. Kids deserve better. But that is, that's going to do it here at Flayhive. It's a 2-2 draw, Dedham and Westwood. And as we mentioned, the teams will be back at it for one more game next week, and then we'll get a understanding of what the seedings will look like come playoff time.
Yeah, for tonight, not the result you wanted, but, a lot to be said about this senior class. What a special senior class this was for the boys soccer team. And, once again, not the result you wanted. A couple calls didn't go your way, but at the end of the day, you're still playing for the playoff seedings. A tie doesn't hurt you here, It doesn't help as much as a win would have, but, for the Wolverines, focusing on the next one, finishing the season strong, and then looking to the playoffs. And the big thing they're looking for is to get a home game And we're going to keep our eye on the playoff rankings here at the end of the season. But overall, a good game and a great night to celebrate the Westwood seniors.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it here at Flay Hive. Folks, thanks for tuning in. From Evan Cartamito and Morgan Donahue, we will all see you on the next one.